I try and keep my food budget pretty low in order to, one, save money, and two, gain as much muscle as possible. Number one, never buy branded stuff. I feel like for me, there's no difference between eating Aldi Wheaties compared to Shreddies. There's no difference between eating Alpenmuesli and Aldi or Tesco muesli. There's very little difference in food, and I can barely taste the difference in my own opinion. Other people might be different. The only thing that I drink would be Diet Coke, because I hate roller cola. I hate that cola from Aldi and Tesco. It just never tastes the same as a proper Diet Coke. If you know of any drinks that does taste like Diet Coke, that's not Diet Coke, please tell me in the comments and I will surely get that. But in essence, I think you should be going to the smaller branded shops like Aldi. Even when I shop at Asda and Tesco, the branded stuff. I remember we did a food shop in Aldi, full trolley food. It was about 80 quid, and then we went to Asda to pick up a few things to get the corn stuff, and it come out to like 30-40 quid for like a bag, and you can cut your food bill in half with just going to Aldi. And it does make a big difference especially if you are in crisis at the minute because of the cost of living going up in the UK. And I think one of the main issues people have is going to these like Morrison's, Asda, Tesco even, and just buying branded Nescafe, Nestle, even Coke. I know I've said Coke, but Coke for example, they are exactly the same calories, they are exactly the same macronutrients. The only difference is that you're paying a premium for these branded items when you could just get them a lot cheaper. So in terms of supplementation, I would say there are 3 essential things that you need when it comes to supplementation. Even one of them, I would say it's not actually essential to have, but I'd say creatine, protein powder. Even though you don't really need a protein powder, you can get it through your food. And number 3, the king, caffeine. Why spend 40, 45, 50 pounds on a pre-workout when caffeine gives you just as much, if not more, than the pre-workout? A cup of coffee costs 30p, whilst a pre-workout costs £45. Why would you spend £45 on a pre-workout when it lasts a month at most, 30 days if you're not double scooping, like 2 weeks, when you can get a coffee for 30p, which does exactly the same job, if not better, gives you better focus than the pre-workout, and you probably don't get a crash of coffee compared to taking a pre-workout, obviously depending on how much caffeine you consume before your workout. But creatine, pretty cheap on MyProtein, like £12. I remember when I first started, it used to be like £5-6. It used to be really cheap. And not really essential is the protein shakes. I think you can get your protein through food. I just like a protein shake because it's quick, easy, it's convenient. I'll just shake it up and it's done. Also, it didn't really make the list, but it can be essential if you don't eat fish, would be fish oils. And I got my fish oils from Costco, and I think it cost me like 15 quid for a year's supply. Having one fish oil a day for £15 a year. I hardly eat fish. I only eat tuna. I don't really eat any other fish on a regular basis for me to not have a fish oil in my supplementation. Okay, so this is a big one for most people, and I tend to fall into this trap, which is eating out or not making meals at home and preparing meals for work, which in the long run probably saves me so much money. And over the course of a week, if you're getting a meal deal 5 times a week, that's £15, which is £60 over the month, which is absolutely ridiculous for a sandwich, a chocolate bar and a drink, when in essence you could probably, you know, prepare chicken at home on a Sunday. You could get the bags of microwavable rice from Aldi for 50p. You can get a bag of chicken for $3.50. You can make 5 meals and that's £6, so you've already half what you'd have at a meal deal. Instead of £60 a month, it is now £24 a month, and that is by just cooking 5 chicken breasts on a Sunday with microwavable rice and just putting a chicken breast in each Tupperware container. Now, most people don't do this because of convenience, but literally it only takes an hour to cook chicken in the oven, and all you have to do is match a big bag of rice with a chicken breast. And depending on your macronutrients, you might not even have a full bag, you might have half a bag, which is, again, that'll be even cheaper over the long run. Yeah, you can spice it up by putting peri peri sauce on it, sweet chili sauce, whatever you feel like. Now, eat at home, stay at home, and I'm sure your wallet will thank you for it. Number 4, bulk buy if you can. This is where having a Costco card might come in handy. So I'll bulk buy Diet Coke cans because it's fairly cheaper in there than it is to go to Aldi. Getting a wholesale price is better. Number 5 is get frozen food or freeze my food. A lot of people tend to just get fresh chicken breasts and they'll keep them in the fridge. Sometimes they might go off and they just have to throw them away, and that's a big waste of money. You might as well just get frozen chicken and put it in your freezer and take it out when you want. Depending on how you are, I think it's really easy to bulk on a budget if you're willing to make sacrifices. Making plain foods will be easier on the wallet, and you know, you can make it taste good as well. Sweet chili, like I said to you before, sweet chili sauce, peri peri. Number 6 is going to supermarkets to find, in the reduced section, to find reduced food and to find whoopsies. So when I used to live in town, go downstairs, there was a Tesco. I'd go into the Tesco with my slippers, have a look if there's any in the reduced section. Sometimes there would be a lot, there'd be pizzas or whatever, and I just used to throw them in the freezer. And then sometimes there'd be absolutely nothing. Also, there is an app in Liverpool. I don't know if it's an app everywhere in the UK, but it's called Too Good To Go, and you can get reduced food on this app, and they'll give you food that hasn't been sold that day. I hope I give you enough information. I know cost of living has gone up, bills have gone up, petrol's gone up, everything's going up. There's some things we can't help with, so the best thing we can do is looking at stuff like food. I hope this video has been helpful. Cycle Elite Performance. See you later.